Hi there, it's Nicole for Simon Says Stamp, and today I have a card showcasing 3 of the components from the brand new Masterpiece Box collection. This is an awesome collection with a bunch of stamp sets that are going to be released later this year, but if you buy the entire thing now, you can get them all early. I am using the W+9 Whimsy Alpha, the Simon Says Stamp Oh Happy Day stamp sets, and also the Simon Says Stamp Lemon Zing ink. I have got some Bristol cardstock here. This is what I love to use for Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. And what I'm going to do is I do have a little cheat strip there where I stamped hello with the W+9 Whimsy Alpha. However, I really wanted a greeting that was going to go from side to side on a landscape style card. So I'm using it kind of just as my spacer to see how I am going to build my floral borders with the Oh Happy Day stamp set. But I'm actually going to stamp a different greeting a little later in the video to showcase the alphabet stamp set. I am using masking here with my florals from the Oh Happy Day stamp set. I'm stamping those with some Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink, and then I am using a couple of shades of green, the Green Leaf and Jelly Bean Green inks from Simon Says Stamp to fill in. I'm going to be coloring these flowers with really bold, bright Zig Clean Color Real Brush Marker colors, and that is going to make them pop. So it doesn't look like much when I first get that stamped. I decided I needed way more greenery than what I originally had, so I'm just going to simply move my masks around, keep filling in with a little bits and parts of greenery along that border, and then I'm going to take my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers and start coloring in my flowers. With florals, I kind of like to do a flicking or feathering motion with my darker color and then blend out with my lighter color. What ended up happening with these particular flowers is I wanted even more depth and dimension, and to achieve that, I really needed 3 shades per color. So I did blend out that kind of what ended up being my medium or mid-tone color with my light color, and then I'm going to go in with an even darker color and just flick out from the center to give that really great dimension to the floral. I'm going to do this for all of the flowers. I'm going to show you how I colored all the flowers on the top panel here. The bottom panel is exactly the same, just smaller bits and pieces maybe of the flowers, but all the exact same color combinations. So I did cut that out so that the video wouldn't be quite as long. But I'm going to have a top panel and a bottom panel that are going to kind of frame up the greeting. For my yellow flower, I pulled some orange in to really kind of brighten it up. I also have got some awesome blue colors. Now, originally I kind of went in with my darkest color and I decided I didn't want to do it that way. So I laid down my light color. I'm going in with my darker color, and I'm going to have to blend that out because I felt like it was just a little too much of, you could definitely see the brush lines, I guess I want to say. It's just kind of whatever you particularly like. I really wanted to keep that definition to my darkest color, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. If at any time the color is too dark, you can always go back in with your mid-tone color and maybe blend a bit of that out. I am going to add some color to the inside of the flowers. I'm kind of just using a single color, but I will show you that I will build up that color for those, especially the yellow flower centers, here in a second, just by using kind of a tip-to-tip type of technique. Fill in with another little pink flower here on the right side. And the colors in the flowers are going to be kind of my cheat sheet for what I end up doing for my greeting. Now, this first color, it's kind of a salmon color. I did not like. I didn't think it worked. So what I ended up doing, I did kind of flick and feather this all in, and as I got to the end, I was like, this just isn't good. So I'm going to color over the entire thing with my orange marker and instead kind of give a deep, bright orange look, finishing with a red to feather out from the center. But these colors of the flowers are going to determine the colors of ink I choose to use to stamp my greeting. And I simply went to my swatches on a ring that I have of all of the ink colors I have, and went through my Simon Says stamp colors and pick colors from that. Now I'm picking up a little of that dark reddish or orange color and blending it into the centers of those flower centers that are yellow. Here is that bottom border. Again, I'm just kind of sharing the masking. I reused my masks from the top strip. So by this point, they're getting pretty well used. But definitely I'm getting my use out of them. I went and added my flowers, added a few greenery as I went along, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of see how everything looks and fill in with the rest of my greenery, moving those masks down the border. Once it's completely filled in and ready, I will color in all of those flowers, just like the ones along the top border. This is the Great Whimsy Alphabet stamp set, and I've got another paper strip here you can see between those two flower borders, and starting in the middle and working my way out, I am going to start stamping my greeting. It's going to say thank you. I really kind of had to work and figure out what greeting was going to work to fill the entire space. This is a great general greeting. Everyone needs thank you cards, so this worked for this particular card. I'm using all Simon Says Stamp die inks. The green colors, the first one for K is Green Leaf, and then the lighter green is the Jelly Bean. Then I have the new Lemon Zing for the yellow. I'm doing all of the solid letters first. There are some great layering stamps. I'll show you those in a little bit for the letters to really make them whimsical and fun. Orange peel and then dull pink. Definitely a rainbow color type of look. I'm going to move on to Scuba for the Y. I'm using the Hero Arts scrubber pad in between each to clean my stamps and put them back on my sheet. High Dive is the next color. And I'll finish with Blue Violet. So definitely pulled the colors for my greeting from the colors in the flowers. Now, the great thing about the Whimsy stamp set, I am going to start pulling out the coordinating outlines and decorative type of stamps and go around each of the letters with these. So you can see it a little bit better with maybe the lighter letters and maybe in the finished card video. But some have dashed lines, some have solid lines, some have cute little different kind of decorative lines, just all kinds of designs. I think they are so super fun. Then there are additional little images that you can fill in with the centers of like letters like O and A, and I'll show you that here in a second once I get all of the outlines stamped, and I'm just using the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink for that. Go ahead and add little pieces to the O and also the A. I use two different ones. I will also take the Sakura white gel pen and I'm going to add detail to those two little inside pieces just to add another layer and add a lot of interest. So I'm going to color in all those little openings with a white pen. And I even added a little dot to the center of the A. I've got a side fold white card base from Simon Says Stamp here. I'm using a bone folder to make sure it's nice and flat. On my top floral panel, I am going to put foam adhesive. Both of my floral panels are going to have foam adhesive, and the greeting panel is actually going to lie flush with the card base. So I'm simply snipping those. I want that whole panel to be nice and raised. Go ahead and peel off the backing paper on my foam adhesive, and I'm going to attach that to the top of my side fold card base. So just lining that up. Go ahead and take my greeting, place some adhesive right on that, tuck one edge underneath the florals, line it up and attach it right to my card. And then I'm going to take the bottom floral strip and add another strip of foam adhesive and attach that to the bottom of the card. And that is going to finish off this bright, fun, whimsical greeting and floral card. Thanks for watching this video showcasing the W+9 Whimsy alphabet and the Simon Says Stamp Oh Happy Days stamp sets. The supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.